Boom, boom, boom. Yo, I'm having a blast today. This is probably the most fun on camera I've had. Off camera, on camera, in the booth. This is the most fun I've had doing this. Thank you all who are still listening to me and my craziness. We were in the association. We talked about the Jokic hooligans punching on people. And they want all the smoke. Then we talked about Reggie Bush telling the NCAA to kiss his ass. And y'all can take that Heisman trophy and shove it right up your ass too. Also, talked about the NFL draft. It's 3 days long. Do you really even care? Broke down Yahoo's first round predictions, who's going where, buying and selling, that kind of thing. So, we are going to stay in the association for what I call a Lakers story. And I'm not going to push the panic button because LA could extend this thing to 5, maybe 6 games max. However, that's it. And that's it. Now, this is covered in The Athletic by Jovan Buha. So if you have an Athletic subscription, I strongly encourage people to go for more public media. Turn off the TV. Don't invest in paid liars. They will always get you. Here, we just give you the facts, and then we go through some things. So at one point in the third quarter, the Lakers were up 68-48. Then they imploded. The Lakers couldn't close the show. The lack of defense, bad shooting, and fatigue started to affect the LA Lakers, and it showed. Jamal Murray with the buzzer beater was only fitting because he lit them up this entire series. I talked about this when we talked about LeBron James derangement syndrome. Austin Reeves is Matthew Dellavedova 2.0. He cannot guard Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray has been killing this man at will, getting any shot that he wanted, whenever he wanted, whenever he felt like it. And it's showing. He had 20 that night, again, torching Reeves. Now, if I'm telling people this, and I told people this in the last video, I was sitting there mainly just watching the show, watching the game, looking at the matchups, and I told you what he was doing to Reeves the whole time. Now you have The Athletic vouching for my words, telling you, no, Jamal Murray's he's killing Reeves. Who can't stop him or put him in check or slow him down. This ain't my words. This is an independent journalistic source telling you what I've already told you. Reeves, aka Matthew Dellavedova 2.0. Now those are my words. Had an atrocious night, 4 of 11 shooting in 33 minutes for 9 points, 1 of 5 from the perimeter to keep him off the floor. One thing that stands out is the Lakers have no bench at all in this series, other than Taurean Prince, Gabe Vincent, Spencer Dinwiddie, and Jackson Hayes. All they have is great seats for the first round of the Western Conference. Them dudes, they ain't doing it, and they ain't cutting it. Taurean Prince is. Those other 3 dudes ain't. Anthony Davis said, and I quote, "We have stretches where we don't know what we're doing on both ends of the floor. We just gotta get it right on Thursday," end quote. No, you never say nothing like that. Not to the media, not in the age where everybody has a recording device. You don't let that come out of your mouth for any reason whatsoever. And we'll get back into a Lakers story when we come back From an unofficial sponsor of the show, this is Big Vern at App Stupid. Drop it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Download the app, order online, or visit the good folks at your local McDonald's. Try the new Bacon Cajun Ranch Crispy, juicy, tender chicken, Applewood smoked bacon, and creamy Cajun ranch sauce. For a limited time, folks, for a limited time. Also, on the app, use your rewards, good for one time only. Any order that is over $10 before taxes, you can get $5 off. On the app right now, McDonald's, so many choices, so many great items to select from. Visit the good folks at your local McDonald's. You're loving it. So when we last left off, Anthony Davis was telling people that the Lakers don't know what they're doing in certain stretches. And that's horrible. That's horrible to hear. If I'm Darvin Ham, I'm like, why would you even say something like that? And Darvin Ham engaged in loser talk after the game. Let's be real. One or two calls shouldn't determine the outcome of a game. If we're executing on both ends, protecting the ball and defending the paint, this would easily be 1-1 headed back to LA. But it's not. The Lakers had 14 turnovers and gave up 54 points in the paint. 54 points in the paint. That is disgusting. Who's playing defense? Unrelated. Playoffs. More related. Defense. We talking about defense. Not a play, not a half, defense for the whole game. Oh my goodness. They got out-rebounded offensively and defensively. Again, this is all disgusting. Those things you need to correct and fast if you want to push this to 5 games. And I'll be honest with you, some teams are even better on the road because on the road, you don't have a lot of distractions. You don't have the home court advantage. You don't have this, you got to bring your A game. Your intensity levels have risen. I don't think if the Lakers shoot 40 free throws, then they will win that game. Don't let me be Nostradamus and you wake up and you look at the TV or you look at a stat sheet and you see the Lakers shot 40 free throws and then they won. That's how they won that game. Trust me. Don't let that happen. LeBron said the best thing ever. A 20-point lead in this league, it's not safe, especially against the defending champions. We got to do better. But we had our chances. That is a mature response. That's how everybody should have been talking. You don't sit here and try and make excuses about bad calls, one or two here or there. They didn't go your way. When you were leading the entire game up until the fourth quarter. You were having your way up into the fourth quarter. So you mean to tell me all in a matter of 8 minutes, the referees conspired? Get out of here, Darvin Ham. Andy Davis, stop telling people that y'all don't know what y'all doing on both ends of the floor at times. Come on, you cannot say that. Cannot say that out loud. I'm sorry, that's not real. Now, Denver, this is how they won. And pretty much when I tell you something that no one's going to tell you on Fox Sports, they're just going to give you an opinion, I will tell you why they won. I will tell you what led to them actually winning. And this is the thing that people love about this podcast, is that you have to go ahead and give somebody nuance in a conversation. Denver made an adjustment that paid huge dividends. They took Cantavius Cardwell Pope off Russell, who was unconscious from the arc. That's what I couldn't understand. This dude was, I'm talking about, he was hitting everything. They just went away from him. The kid had 15 points in the first quarter. In the first half, he had 15 points. He was bombing on them from threes, and he's the hot hand. Keep feeding him. Anyway, and then they put him on LeBron. That was different because if you all can think back and rewind time and backspin, Cantavius Caldwell Pope played for the Lakers, so he has familiarity with LeBron. And everybody gets the same, everybody gets the same sheet on LeBron James. This is how you guard him. This is what he likes. This is what he doesn't like. But Cardwell has that edge because he's actually had to guard him in certain practices. They took Aaron Gordon off of James, which James was a facilitator and he was a point guard. They switched him off of LeBron James, and then they put him on Anthony Davis because Davis was taking it to Jokic in the paint. He was getting anything he wanted against Jokic because Jokic is a north-south center. What I mean is that his lateral movement isn't really all of that, and he's pretty much going to beat you with one move, going to the rim, get you on his hip. He doesn't have those intangibles where he can kind of give you a false move and then stick you with a real move and lull you to sleep. It's not really slow. It's, I got to make split-second decisions. I've seen him play live. Trust me. I've seen him play live, so I know how it looks in person. But that paid huge dividends. Aaron Gordon, more athletic. He can respond well. His reaction time is still on point. Not saying that Jokic didn't, but you had to stop Anthony Davis because Anthony Davis was having a hell of a night against Joker. And then you switch Joker to Hashimura, and that proved that worked because the final 22 minutes of the game, LA got outscored 53-31. What? Yeah, they shot 36.4% in that time stretch. They only made 12 shots, and they had more turnovers than shots made. See, that's right there. That's the good stuff. That's when you can tell people what matchups look like. That's when you give somebody something that they can look at and be like, wow, you really picked that apart. Yep, I did it. And as a staff, I don't know where you go with this as the LA Lakers. Because you face, okay, so if you all get booted out in your own sweep alert in that first round of the Western Conference, LeBron James has you all over a barrel. This is his third year, and I covered that on the platform. You can look at the videos. He's due $91 million if he re-signs with the LA Lakers. If he re-signs with the LA Lakers, there is no more money to pay another superstar to come to LA. There is no superstar that you can get to come to LA because now LeBron is making $91 million. Anthony Davis is still going to stay put. He ain't going nowhere. The guys around them will change, but I'll be honest with you, it's probably for the best. So LeBron might be on the move after this year because, hey, look, they can't get anybody. You're going to take a lion's share of the money. It is what it is. But you know what? I think we're going to go ahead and call it a show. So yeah, thanks to everybody for rocking with us, talking some NFL, talking some NBA, talking to Jokic boys punching people in the skull. This is Big Vern at App Stupid. Let's